I have managed to go from being fat to jacked in 1 year, and even though my genetics are pretty good, in this video I wanna go over why you should not obsess over achieving a certain physique. Before everything else, I just want to put this disclaimer on. If obsessing over a certain physique causes you to go and work hard each and every day and become healthier, a better person, then I will be the last guy to tell you don't fucking obsess over it, just forget about it and stop trying and working out and doing all of that stuff. But I genuinely don't think that obsessing over a certain physique is necessary for getting in shape, and in this video I will explain why it is like that, why obsessing over a certain physique, a natural physique too, is pretty counterintuitive, and what is a better approach in my opinion. Let's start with actually realizing what gives us the results, what makes you more jacked. To do that, I want to talk about my starting point. When I started my fitness journey, I realized one thing. I realized I want to change, and that realization caused me to change. I will put my dream physique at the time on the screen. So as you can see, it is not a crazy physique, it's not an Instagram model type of physique. I didn't think I could achieve the physique that you see on the screen, which, if you really look at it and examine it with your mind and your eyes, you realize that, oh, that's an attainable physique by the vast majority of people. There is some muscle mass on that frame, pretty good proportions, and a low body fat. Most people can build some muscle, most people can lose body fat, even everyone can lose body fat. The level of hardship is determined by genetics, right? The thing is that after a few months of working towards it, I didn't see a lot of progress. I will put some progress photos on the screen. Of course, I looked way better than at the beginning, but that's when I realized I should stop getting fulfillment from that physique, from working hard towards it, and I should stop getting all of my sense of progression from progressing towards that physique, but I started to get my sense of progression from a different thing, and that thing is the better approach I want to propose in this video. But before that, as I kept going, as I kept working and getting in shape and used the other form of desire to be consistent, I stuck to it and I saw even more progress. And the funny thing is that at first I didn't see a lot of progress. After 6 months, I saw pretty good progress, but from the 8 months point to around the 16 months point, that's when I didn't really look at the progress I made. That was not the time I made the most amount of progress, but I made fuck ton of progress at the time, even though I didn't even think about it. I didn't even work at the time to achieve a certain physique. What I was doing was different thing. But before I go over it, I just want you to realize this very important truth. The results that you want, you don't get them by desiring them. You don't get rich by desiring money. You don't get, I don't know, whatever the fuck you want by desiring it. You get it by putting in its cause. You get money by providing value to people. You get in shape by working out and dieting and sleeping and doing these things pretty consistently. The desire is just one part of the equation. There is desire, there is motivation, and there are other things. Desire that comes from a dream physique, it's not the best kind of desire you can have, because there can always be better. And I think that what I'm about to propose is a better form of desire. It's like the kind of desire that you can't really get until you work out for a few months. But once you get it, in my case, I just didn't want to stop working out anymore. You probably hear about those stories, the people who want to get in shape to get a certain physique, but then they get addicted to the gym and they just forget about the physique and keep working out. That's the thing. That's why. But before I go over it, what gets you in shape is the cause. It is doing those things consistently. And one of the byproducts of getting in shape, of doing all of those things consistently, is who you become, is the character you develop, is the new habits you have in your life. So it's not just about you getting in shape, it's not just about you looking in the mirror and seeing a jacked and muscular body. How jacked depends on your genetics. It's not just that. It's also the kind of guy you become. It's the kind of guy who's capable of working out consistently over weeks, months, and years. And being that guy, fuck, I'm getting into the cringe TikTok memes territory, but becoming that guy is pretty good. And I'm not that guy. Fuck no, right? I fail many times. I'm not that strong. There are many people who are jackeder than me. But I don't talk about being that guy in a sense of that guy, bro, that meme on TikTok or Instagram. So it's not really a person, but an extreme. The closer you get to that extreme, to the extreme of becoming that guy, fuck me, that's cringe. But let me keep going. The more fulfilled you become. So that guy, you probably have a certain perception of what that guy is in your mind. It's different between individuals. And becoming more towards that guy you wanna become, the guy you think to be, the person you wanna be, it's kind of fulfilling. And that feeling of fulfillment is fucking addictive. You've probably had those weeks or days in which you were doing just exactly what you knew you needed to do. You went to the gym, you came back home, you did whatever the fuck you wanted. You just did whatever the fuck you needed and you felt amazing about it. This kind of feeling, you can probably relate to it as being addictive, right? And that's the thing. Going on social media and seeing all of these unrealistic physiques, the Alex Eubank physique, my physique, not to suck my own dick, just my physique is not realistic for some people, right? And the fucking Hussein Farhat physique. Seeing all of those physiques and wanting to achieve them and having this as your only form of desire is just dumb. Why? Because after a few months of training, if your genetics are not elite, you will probably fail. You will probably see so much less progress than those people. I don't know if you will quit. You might go on the second type of motivation, the one that I presented to you. But if you won't go on it, if you won't start to feel fulfillment, if you won't feel good because of the progress that you made and the guy you become, then you will probably quit. And that's why a lot of people quit. They want a certain physique, and when they don't get it, when they realize their genetics is not that good, they just quit. Don't fall for this trap. Throughout the first 2 years of my fitness journey, I didn't watch Reels, I didn't watch TikTok, I didn't watch YouTube Shorts. You don't need dysmorphia to become better. I didn't need it, and there are a lot of examples for people who didn't need it. You don't need to feel bad about your physique to become better. You just need to put in that cause, in that work, to do those things, and those things are not that hard. Just 2 to 3 hours of working out per week. Going to the gym today, going to the gym another time this week, and maybe going for that third time. That's what it takes. Having a good diet, eating enough protein, not overeating your calories. That's basically it. I wish I could sell you a certain course in which I would tell you the secrets to getting in shape. But these are the secrets. It's those things and the genetics that you have, and maybe optimizing things to a greater extent, training close to muscular failure, having the right training plan in place. These are the hacks. And by implementing them, you will get the results you deserve. Because if you really think about it, there might be a few other options. You might hope on the sauce, the spatial one, but outside of that, outside of genetic engineering that will come in the future, the only thing that you can do is to just keep going and getting better. And that's what I suggest you to do, and that's the message of this video. Stop looking at the Hussein Farhats of the world. It doesn't matter if he's nutty or not, because it's not you, it's not your genetics. You will never look like him just because of his unique genetics. You might get some inspiration from their transformations, but realize that you will get as good as you can. And that's enough, because as long as you put in the work, as long as you do what you need to do, you will feel good about yourself, and you should just be grateful for the progress that you will make, because it's more progress than otherwise, more progress than not working, it's more progress than staying the same. And it's amazing. And right, just being with visible six-pack abs, it's way better than my dream physique when I started. It's way better than most people's dream physique when they start. If you get to that point, if you lose some body fat, which everyone can, and you get your abs to be visible, and you get some veins, then holy shit, bro, you're so ahead of the curve. The average American is freaking fat. And by having visible six-pack abs, by having some muscularity and some muscle mass, you're surpassing him by a long shot. And you should fucking be grateful for it. And if you work towards getting there, then fuck me, bro, you're doing amazing. Just keep going. And the actionable step of this video is to just realize, get your fulfillment from making progress. Become as good as you can. Don't be perfect, for sure, you're a human. I make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. Just make sure you do your best. And realize that's enough. And if you want to another bonus step, delete social media or just reduce the amount of exposure you get to unrealistic physiques because it doesn't really benefit your life. That's basically it. If you enjoyed the video, you can like and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.